Everybody hear me okay? Great. Thank you to Supervisor Avi for having us here this evening. I'll try that. Does it still amplify? Is that better? Like Roger said, I'm Robert Bendorf, I'm the County Administrator. I've had the privilege of serving as the County Administrator for the last, about 3.5 years or so. And when the board asked me to come back home, this is where I was raised, was in the Yuba area. I did. I started working for Yuba County when I was 19 and started working at the Sheriff's Department. In fact, my training officer is sitting to the left of me, so anything that, he's responsible for everything. So it was great to come back home, and it's been a privilege serving with the board and working on so many different initiatives and so many things that we have going on in Yuba County. So over the last several years, the county has experienced quite a bit of growth, and our population has increased from roughly about 60,000 folks to about 72,000 folks. Managing growth is not always easy, and it comes with a price. And that price is trying to match your available revenues up with the resources that you have, with the whole goal of making sure that the public's served. And we have so many different services that we provide as a county. And in the county structure, we have everything from sheriff's folks that we provide services to that are on a countywide basis, not just the unincorporated area. Social service department, child support services, elections, treasurer, tax collector, assessor, clerk of the board, you name it. We got just about departments for everything. Again, serving folks on a countywide basis. And it's been a little difficult over the last couple of years with the economy, the way it's sort of taken a left turn. But I will tell you that the resolve of Yuba County's board has been tremendous. As you know, within the Sacramento region, the counties around us are going through quite a few big struggles. Laying off employees by the hundreds, not just 15 or 20 here or there, but literally by the hundreds, and decimating programs. The Yuba County Board has just done a tremendous job in making sure that we take a conservative approach to how we provide our services and how we fund providing those services. Over the last 3 years, the board has set aside nearly $5 million in reserves. And that comes with, those are unobligated general fund reserves that we've set aside for a rainy day. That is a little over 10% of our actual general fund revenues, which is well above the recommended targets in general government land. So they've set aside those for a rainy day, should we need them. The board has also been very good in making sure that we do a good job in providing the services for the programs that we have. And unfortunately, some of the traps that some local governments get into is they create additional programs that require additional funding, and therefore these things take a life of their own. The cost of business increases over the years, and at the end of the day, you end up having programs that aren't sustainable. Well, the board has added some programs over the past years. They've been very responsible in doing so and meeting those community needs when they do add a program or two. As far as our budget, it's about $10 million less than last year. We've seen hits to our property tax revenue, which is down about 7%, and also with our sales tax revenue and some other miscellaneous revenues that we have as well. The county started early. We started a couple of years ago sizing down to make sure that we can weather the impending storm, and the county's done a tremendous job. The budget for this year, this current fiscal year we're in, is about $10 million less than last year. But at the same time, we've been able to accomplish some pretty amazing stuff. The overall financial picture of the county, I would say, is stable with a caveat. The state of California has made it a little bit difficult for us to live in a world of certainty, unfortunately. And some of the funding for certain programs, for folks that don't know, We provide services where we basically administer the programs for the state of California, and they provide the funding. As you're aware of what's happened this last couple of years, the state has withdrawn some of that funding, and which has made it very difficult, and we've had to make those program reductions. But overall, we've fared fairly well compared to other counties within our region, and the board has set staff up in the county residents to be able to weather that storm a lot better. We have the lowest number this year of employees at the county that we've had in the last 10 years, which is pretty incredible, considering our population has increased significantly, but we have less employees than we had 10 years ago. So we're taking advantage of technology, reorganizing our departments to do a little bit more with a lot less. But I think we're coming out ahead of the game. We've had several significant initiatives over the last many years that we've embarked upon. One big one is our levees. As most of you have probably read, the Three Rivers Levee Improvement Authority, which is a joint powers authority that was formed by Reclamation District 784 and the county to strengthen over 25 miles of levees within Yuba County. That embarked several years ago. We embarked several years ago on that process, and coming up next Monday, we actually have the ribbon cutting for the Feather River Setback Levee, which is about 6 miles long, and it stretches almost a mile from where the old levee used to be, thus widening the river channel by that much. But we received $138 million in funding from the state of California to do that project. And it's one of the largest setback levees ever in the western United States. And we'll be having the ribbon cutting for that coming up in a week or so. Hopefully we'll complete the Reclamation District 784 levees within the next year and a half. We're hopeful. But a lot of work's already been done. One of them is the Bear River Setback Levee. That's been completed. The Western Pacific Interceptor Canal has been strengthened. The Yuba River has been worked on along where the 86 break was. And then, of course, the Feather River, and then several strengthened in place areas along the way. So that has been a project that has consumed a lot of my time, a lot of staff's time, as well as those folks from the Reclamation District. But when we're finished in about a year and a half, that infrastructure project in Yuba County will total nearly $500 million. And we're very proud of being able to get that project done and work in cooperation with the federal government and the state government to get all the funding for that. Out of that roughly roughly $500 million, it'll be about 460 to 470. I think it's a change. Only $45 million came from, $50 million came from Yuba County in a partnership with the water agency. The rest of it was funded by developers, the state of California, and a little bit by the federal government as well. So we did pretty well in that regard. We've completed some significant items recently, the completion of the county's park master plan, which Kevin can speak more to later. But it's a great plan that is approved by the board that really identifies a number of parks that have regional benefit within the county. And that was done in conjunction with both cities as well as county staff. But that plan's going forward, identifying what we need as far as regional parks.